is absolutely wonderful. She's one of my very dear friends. Give it up for Þorgerður María.
Hello, people! Yes, December, Christmas is almost here, and all the other holidays that you're not supposed to mention. So not to upset the Americans. Okay, first of all, I want some appreciation for my dress. Alright, so yeah, my name's Þorgerður and I collect mental health diagnoses. So many, in fact, that I kind of made up a rhyme to remember them. It goes a little like this. I have ADD, ASD, BPD, and OCD, MMD, GAD, PTSD, and ED. The last one is not erectile dysfunction. I don't have that. Some of the men have dated, like Dan's leather flappy man. They sometimes gone flappy in the night. But it's a treatable condition. Now that's eating disorder. But I've come to the realization that the mental health system is a lot like, first of all, anyone here from Copewood? No, in damn style, fuck him. No, it is a little bit like Copewood, and this is for you Icelanders. It's easier to get into than out of. And also a little bit like IKEA. Go in there for one thing, and the more time you spend in there, the more stuff you come out with. You can replace IKEA with Target, Sephora, which I kind of think of it as my escape room challenge. I've never been able to get out of there in less than an hour. No, but I don't get like the neat and tiny versions of things. That'll be too nice. I have attention deficit, so I get distracted easily. But I don't get a lot of things done. It's annoying. And then I have OCD, but I don't have the neat cleaning kind, much to my mom's dismay. No, I get intrusive thoughts, which on a good day is like a messed up jukebox in my head. For the young ones in here, it's a Spotify playlist that's like a machine. But for some reason, it only plays 90s pop music. So if you love Britney Spears, join the party. But on the bad days, it turns dark. It turns to suicide. And then everything suggests suicide. I missed the light in traffic, or I forgot to make a phone call. Or I was like, oh, he's killing me. No, I got shit to do. But I've learned to recognize it, and I don't have to jump onto every roller coaster that my brain invites me to. So I don't have to, in simple word, take it seriously all the time. I mean, it is serious, but it's not always serious. Sometimes it's just a wacky thought. But there have been times when I've turned to planning, and I say I have perfectionism, and I convinced myself that I would have to complete the perfect suicide. The one that doesn't bother anyone. Newsflash, it doesn't exist. So I started with a spreadsheet. And I put in all the things that I have to complete before. and it was a long list. But remember, I have attention deficit, so I get overwhelmed by tasks. So instead, I just turned on Netflix, and the feelings passed. And that's really like my take-home message here. Those feelings and thoughts, they do pass. Not always right away, but they do pass. And I've had lots of different kinds of therapy. All the therapies. The best therapies. I'm sorry. I'll make it triggering. I've had dialectical behavior therapy, and which is great because it lets you interact with those ideas. You can talk about the suicidal ideas. They're not all scary and you just have to shut up about them. You just, you address them, like see what they're about, which is great. Another thing I've done is I do adult gymnastics. It's amazing fun. Even though David kind of has some grievances towards gymnastics, but that's a personal thing. You can ask him later.
Please don't.
But also, I got into comedy. For one reason, because I was starting to, I figured I would have to get a second therapist to talk about my feelings regarding the first one. So I thought maybe I can just go on a stage and talk to a stranger about my feelings. And also, I would always measure therapists based on if they would laugh at my jokes. Which is a bit of a double-edged sword. Because a lot of times they just went like, I don't need that kind of judgment. Get enough of that from my mom. But sometimes they would laugh. And then the paranoia kicks in. I mean, I am paying them to like me. So yeah, and also, I used to hang out with a lot of successful people. People are like MPs today, members of parliament and stuff. It wasn't helping my self-esteem. But now I hang out with comedians. That problem took care of itself. It's amazing. Yeah, these are great people. Yeah, I love him. Yeah, people sometimes spend a lot of time wondering what causes mental illnesses, and it used to be moms got blamed for everything. It was refrigerator moms. They caused everything. Autism, schizophrenia, all that good stuff. And I personally don't subscribe to the parental blame school of psychology. But then again, I am doing comedy, so maybe some parental blame is warranted. I don't know. Yes. So you guys are getting into the holiday spirit? Yeah. It's wonderful. It's dark all the time, so seasonal affect disorder, it's fun. But Christmas songs are pretty messed up. You Americans in the crowd, I blame you.
Why?
There's this song, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Seriously. For those of you not familiar, there's this kid who's singing about how his grandma got run over by a reindeer, and when they found her dead, she had hoof marks on her forehead. But he's singing it the day after grandma died. And grandpa's already living it up, gambling and drinking, having time of his life. And so he has this theory that she got run over by a reindeer, and that invites the idea that Santa exists. And he's saying, no one else believes me that Santa exists, that Santa's real, but Grandpa. I've seen enough murder mysteries to know that Grandpa did it. Yeah. And for you the tourist app here is a little tidbit, some Icelandic lessons, or the practicality of Icelandic. Learn Icelandic because it's very good, because for like women, for when men are annoying, you can make it sound like a witch's hex. Yeah. So I used to live in California, and I would do this when it got on my nerves. I would go like, bráðum koma blessuð jólin, börnin fara að hlakka til. Allir fá þá eitthvað fallegt, í það minnsta kert og spil. Which translates to Christmas is around the corner. Children are getting very excited. Everyone's gonna get loads of presents. At least a candle or a game. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you so much.